Hello viewers, welcome to my second lesson on the topic buyback of shares. Before I begin, I must thank all of you, all my viewers for your wonderful support given to me on my first video. So let's have a look on the term buyback. When a company buys back its own shares from the public, it is termed as buyback of shares, and it results into the cancellation of the amount contained in the share capital. So it is an opposite term to issue of shares. Okay, so in issue of shares, it leads to an increase in the share capital. Contrary to that, in case of buyback, it might result in the reduction of share capital. To find the sources for a buyback of share capital, there are three sources mainly. The first one, as per Section 68 of the Companies Act 2013, a company may purchase its own shares or other specified securities out of its free reserves, which are the general reserve, P&L account, credit balance or surplus account, reserve fund, etc. Then securities premium reserve. And the third one, by the issue of any other class of securities other than what is being bought back. Any different class. For example, if we are buying back equity shares, we could issue debentures or preference shares to finance the same. So if the shares are bought back out of profits of the company, an amount equivalent to the nominal value of shares so bought back must be transferred to capital redemption reserve. So these sort of transactions or problems have a slight connection with the redemption of preference shares. The accounting treatment is somewhat similar to that of redemption of preference shares. So let's have a look onto the basic journal entries first. So the first entry is the transfer of sufficient amount to CRR account. If the if the shares are bought back out of the profits, an amount equivalent to the face value or nominal value must be transferred to CRR account. For example, if 10,000 equity shares are bought back for rupees 10 at a premium of rupees 2, here an amount equivalent to the face value, that is 10,000 into rupees 10, must be transferred from these reserves, for example general reserve, surplus account, etc., to capital redemption reserve. The entry will be general reserve account debtor or surplus account debtor 10,000 into 10, that is 1 lakh, to capital redemption reserve 1 lakh. Okay, then the next one is out of the proceeds of a fresh issue of other class of securities. For example, if debentures are issued, the entry will be bank account debtor to 8% or 9% interest rate debentures account to securities premium account if the debentures are issued at a premium. So while we calculate the amount required to transfer to CRR account, we must consider only the face value. So in the case of issue of other class of shares also, we must consider only the face value, because the premium is being provided out of securities premium account or general reserve. So here let's have a look on to some basic entries. The first one, so if in the question an sale of investment is given, what might be the entry? If the investments are sold for a profit, it is the nature of capital profit because it doesn't occur routinely or regularly. So as it occurs only rarely, and it's a capital profit. So it's a fixed asset, so it's a capital profit. So the amount of profit must be transferred to capital reserve. So the entry will be bank account debtor to investments account to capital reserve account. And if the investments are sold at a loss, the entry will be bank account debtor surplus account debtor. So here we are debiting the P&L account, debit all expenses and losses, to investments account. Okay. The second one will be for the cancellation of shares or bought back. So here I told you at the beginning that it results in the cancellation of share capital. So share capital is shown on the liability side of balance sheet, and it is a liability and it has a credit balance. So in order to cancel that, we have to debit the share capital account. So the entry will be equity share capital account debtor to whom it is being paid, equity shareholders, to equity shareholders account. Okay, here the equity shareholders are having a credit balance, which means that the company is liable to pay an amount equivalent to the amounts of debited to the equity shareholders. Okay, so that much amount is due to be paid to the creditors. Sorry, equity shareholders. So now they enjoy the status of creditors of the company. So the entry is like that. So for example, in the next case, if the shares are bought back at a premium, what might be the entry? So as I told you, the premium is being provided out of securities premium or any other reserve. So the entry will be equity share capital account debtor. We are cancelling the amount of share capital. So here in the share capital, we are debiting only the face value of shares were bought back. Okay, the face value of shares were bought back. And the second one will be securities premium or general reserve account debtor. Here the premium is being provided out of these reserves. So securities premium or general reserve to equity shareholders. And the last entry will be equity shareholders account debtor to bank account. Here the payment is being made to the equity shareholders. Let's do a problem first. If X Limited has to buy back 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 5, then it has to issue 5 lakh rupees worth debentures, that is of 100 each. So that is 5,000 debentures of 100 each at 10 rupees premium. Okay, and the balance amount from sufficient profits. So here in general reserve, sufficient profit is available, and in securities premium also the amount required for premium is available. And let's see the entries first. The first entry will be the issue of debentures. Bank account debtor to debentures account to securities premium account. In case of debentures account, the amount will be 5,000 into 100, that is rupees 5 lakh. And in case of securities premium, the amount will be 5,000 into 10, that is rupees 10 premium, that is rupees 50,000. And the bank account, the amount will be rupees 5,50,000. Okay, and the next entry is a transfer of profits. So in case of transfer of profits to capital redemption reserve, an amount equivalent to the nominal or face value of the shares so bought back must be transferred to CRO account. Here we are going to buy back 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 5. So here we do not consider the premium while transferring the amount to CRR account. Only the face value is considered. The face value is 1 lakh into 10 rupees 10 lakh. So here we have to consider the various sources first. So here already the amount is collected. Amount of rupees 5,50,000 is being collected by the issue of debentures. But in case of debentures also, the face value will be taken here. The premium may go to which account? Securities premium. The entry was bank account debtor to debentures account to securities premium. The premiums are collected will be transferred to securities premium account. So that amount won't be taken. Only the face value will be taken. That's 5 lakh will be taken. So here we require a face value of 10 lakh, of which 5 lakh has been obtained from the issue of debentures. The rest 5 lakh must be transferred from which account? Capital Redemption Reserve account. So the entry will be General Reserve account debtor. Here the sufficient balance is available in General Reserve. 2. Capital Redemption Reserve, rupees 5 lakh. Okay, and the premium will be made available from Securities Premium Reserve. So here next entry will be the cancellation of share capital. So here the entry will be Equity Share Capital Account Debtor, rupees 10 lakh. Securities Premium Reserve Account Debtor, rupees 1 lakh into 5, that is rupees 5 lakh. 2. Equity Shareholders Account. The last entry will be the payment entry. Equity Shareholders Account Debtor to bank account being the payment made. So hope the problem is clear for you. Thank you for your patient listening. Hi, thank you.